Hey everybody, happy Friday. Sitting outside the school again, waiting to pick up my baby. This time, he won't be going back to school for 2 weeks. They shutting down because the uptick in COVID cases. So they'll be doing something I'm not really familiar with, asynchronous learning, where they're not actually gonna sit on online with the teacher, instructing them every day. But it's like some recordings and some work, and they're gonna bring home the devices and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. Am I surprised? No. Um, as I mentioned my concerns a couple weeks ago, with the certain protocols, seem they have been relaxed a lot. And my baby, he just loves school so much, y'all. So he probably not gonna be thrilled about it, but we gonna get through this. And when he come back to school, we gonna get him on track, y'all. This week has been crazy. The school made some changes, in his schedule, and they didn't notify me nor him. And so, I had a problem with that. Parents, pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what your child is learning. I asked his teacher to let me know what he learned this week, and pay attention to their grades and stuff. We parents have a lot more power than we realize as far as it concerns our children's education in these schools that we send them to, in these schools like this Title I school that gets funding and stuff specific to their learning and their acceleration and high achievement. Please pay attention, y'all. A lot of students they didn't do so good with virtual learning, and so this, even now in person learning, a lot of students aren't doing good. His teacher, she sent a note, she sent a message and remind saying that a lot of the kids are failing their assessments in person learning. So I just can only imagine what's going to happen outside these school walls in these 2 weeks. Please, y'all, get these babies into these books. Let them read. Have them read to you. Have them read everything. My one piece of advice to kids struggling to read: put closed caption on the TV and watch these babies start reading better. Put closed caption on the TV and have them read it. My son did that 3 years ago. That accelerated his reading levels. Y'all, have these kids read in the car. We have books in the car. Have to read stuff. Make them earn stuff by reading. Reading is where a lot of our kids lag, and it's the key. It's the key, y'all. Reading and math, y'all. Like, we started with money 2 years ago. Start with little things, pennies, coins. Have them count everything. I just ordered my son one of those the poppets gadgets. I ordered him one, and it has numbers on it. And I had posted something early in the summer about using those for math purposes, but that's why I ordered it for him, so we can delve into multiplication and stuff, because I saw some strategies used. But y'all, be your child's advocate, because we trust these schools, these teachers and administrators, with our kids education. Don't be the reason your kid fail because you're not paying attention, because they can slip in the cracks. Schools drop the ball. It happens all the time. True story. When I was in school, they used to put like all the smart kids in classes, and we took classes together. I took classes with the same people, school to school, grade to grade. When I got to high school, I wasn't taking classes with my friends. I didn't see none of them people I took classes with my whole life. I was taking very basic classes with people I never took classes before. Now, somebody took me off my track that I was on, took me off my college prep, because that's what it's called when you get to high school. You on a college prep track, and they put me in a basic track for no reason. No reason. My grades were still the same, still making A's mostly, and so my mama, she was, thank God for my mama. Love you, mama. She was like, what's going on, because I'm telling her I'm in class, and, I know all the answers, and this is so easy and stuff. And she went to the school, and she was like, what's going on? Why is her schedule this? Why is she taking this and this and this? These are her records. Records matter. A paper trail. Emails matter. Contact your teacher via email. Contact the administrators. Contact the academic coaches, the vice principals, the principals, anybody making any decision concerning your children. Contact them and have it in black and white, okay? And my mama contacted the school. She even went up to the school, and they put me back on track, taking the classes, advanced classes that I was supposed to be taking. I even took AP classes I took in high school. That's just the level of education that I had reached. Thank God. My mama was always involved and stuff, and checking my work and stuff. And my mama, education was important to her. It was important to my grandma, my dad's mom, Miss Foster. My grandma was a teacher, y'all. My last name Foster. And in my town, everybody know the Fosters. And with that being said, they still took me out of those advanced classes and put me into those basic classes for no reason. You're not going to believe this, but the following year, they did my brother the same way. My brother Carlos, way smarter than I am, just naturally intelligent, and same thing. He was taking, he was in the advanced classes, and the block, because they used to group us and stuff in elementary and middle school and stuff. When he got to high school, they did the same thing with him. They put him on the basic track. And fun fact, my mama, she went up there and talked to the the teachers and administrators, and got him on track too. But just to tell you how intelligent Carlos was, I remember him being the talk of the school because he made 2 perfect scores on the high school graduation exam. But some group of people decided before he even got to high school that he wasn't going to be in the smart classes. He wasn't going to be accelerated. So if you don't take anything away from this video, take away the fact that you need to be involved. You have power. Pay attention to what they're teaching your children. Pay attention, because they send us this workbook, handbook home, talking about how this is a partnership. We're partners in our kids' education, but they don't call partner and say, hey, I'm making this decision, without discussing it with you. Is this okay? Here's the plan. In writing, because in writing matters. Everything matters. So y'all know how I feel about the children. I want them to exceed. I want them to overachieve. I want them to be set up with the best chance possible to win. Okay? Because the goal is for, us to do everything, for them to do everything. And sometimes they don't do everything. And if you're blessed, and you have a system that's fair and stuff to all people, not just some people, because some of them ain't fair to us. They're not fair to us for whatever reasons. And just stay involved. Get your face in these schools, these meetings, PTA. Now they have Zoom and virtual. Get on these meetings. Ask these questions, okay? Ask these questions. I just can't stress it enough. And parents, do your part. Do your part, okay? It ain't no reason. I was telling my mama, it ain't no reason why none of these kids in this school should be failing. Last week I went to the Title I meeting, and they were telling me what they do with some of their Title I funds. And they put other individuals in these classrooms to help to help catch these kids up, especially if they falling behind. Caleb tells me that he has a teacher, and then he has another teacher in there sometimes, and sometimes he has a third person in there. They're paying for these people to be in here to help our kids. That's why they're in here, to help our kids, not to put a program on a device and watch them do it. Hold their feet to the fire. Make them do their jobs. Okay? We don't want our kids coming out of here reading below level. We want them reading above level. Okay? While Caleb is exceptional, he shouldn't be, he shouldn't be the only one in his class that is not falling behind assessments. He's got a teacher, I guess they call him a paraprofessional, and then this other person who comes in and helps. Make these people do their jobs. Make these people help your kids, set your kids up to win. These kids, they don't have to go to college or anything. They don't have to go whatever they do in life, though. They're going to need to learn how to read. They're going to need to understand reading comprehensions. They're going to need to follow direction. Reading and math, those are the key. So while we have given them phones and tablets and stuff, throw some learning in there. Make them earn some stuff, Let us stop spoiling and giving them so much because they feel so entitled these days. Let us make them earn it. That way we both win. We feel good about what we give our kids because we want our kids to have, we do. But we also want to incentivize learning at the same time. And this is how we can do that. It works. I'm telling y'all, it works. Caleb will tell me, Mama, I'll read 4 books today if I can play with this and play my game and everything. And I'm like, okay. Inside I'm jumping up and down. I'm excited. I'm just elated because this is the system we put in place to win. He go to this school reading them 4 books, his vocabulary, he's impressive. At the same time, make these kids, challenge our kids. Just because he's exceptional don't mean you just push him to the side and catch the other kids up. No, give him more. Let's create a learning plan for him. Let's create learning plans for your kids. Let's give them opportunities. Caleb has an entitled period called intervention. Intervention is supposed to, help, if they have a subject or something they falling short in or whatever, it's an extra period so they can get that extra time for help and resources so they can get on their devices and, do some learning games or whatever. He has that. That's how I started Caleb out. The first things I did when he was born, I put Fisher Price, everything, all the free apps on my phone. And I was introducing him to that, and making it fun and, playful and exciting. Sometimes you got to make stuff exciting for the kids. And anyway, I kept y'all longer than I wanted to. Like I said, I'm carpool conversations. I don't know how they're going to go for the next 2 weeks because I'm not going to be here. We're going to be at home. But I'll be in touch. And thank you guys for listening. And you guys have a blessed day. And I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your kids. God, guide, and bless us all. Be safe this holiday weekend. COVID is real. The babies are the least protected. Let's do our part. All right.